The Source had the opportunity to visit Ridgeway recently for the grand opening of the Ridge Cinema Lounge. Not only does Fort Erie now have its own movie house, the community and local charities will benefit with a new venue available for events and fundraisers.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey!
Well, we're grateful to have the opportunity to bring the community a larger-than-life opportunity on the big screen and to support young and old events, regular showing of movies, and charities, and everyone who wants to be inclusive and together in a post-COVID world where we can gather and enjoy each other.
And it's not just movies that you can have here.
No, correct. We actually have a lot of birthday parties. We've had bachelorette parties, ceremony of life, everything in between as an event space we can host. We have 40 seats on each of the 2 theaters, absolutely handicap accessible. We welcome everyone. It's a very inclusive place, safe place, and we're grateful that we get the support to grow this together.
So it's a challenge for anybody to run this type of operation in a smaller community in particular, but it does provide a tremendous focal point for members of the community to gather together. And since the pandemic, we've all begun to understand and appreciate how important it is for people to be able to associate with each other together in the same venue.
And in this downtown area, there's a lot of history.
This is a very old community, and the businesses along this street, some of them can trace their history back decades. I just finished practicing law in a building down the street where the first law firm was opened in 1926. So that's closed now, but the buildings with the old facades, they're very much reminiscent of the history going back 150 years anyways in some respects. Some new buildings, some new facades, but we've been designating buildings on this street for historical and heritage value, and it's a reflection of the commitment to this particular part of the community.
Today's grand opening isn't just for you guys. You guys also have a donation to some local charities.
Absolutely. So since we started, we identified that it's really important to give back and be part of the community, not just part of the community. So we worked at the beginning with Fort Erie Community Living, and we have a donation check for them. And we do fundraisers often, and we ask, a lot of the citizens and folks to create one with us. And there's a nice young lady in Port Colborne who decided to put a fundraiser together and support Meals on Wheels, and we raise some funds for them, and basically $5 from every ticket of the fundraising day goes back to the charity. And the more people we have, the more money we make for everyone. And that's the commoditization, uncommoditizing of each other to get there. So,
and in this theater, people are not the only beings to attend?
Correct, yeah. We've been fortunate to understand that there's some paranormal activity, and fortunate to understand meaning we didn't understand at first and why things were a little on the odd side. So we had some friends come in. We've actually had a lot of psychic mediums come in. Once a month we have a psychic medium night, and they do intuition readings. And with that group came Weeping Willow, who's a local organization doing paranormal. They have a great catalog of places they visited, and after doing a walkthrough, they've identified absolutely there's a lot of activity. So they're putting their edits together for the program that they will be airing. And secondly, we're planning in the fall to do some tours. We're working with some other businesses, some of the city, and making sure we're dotting the I's and crossing the T's, that we're doing it safe and in the right way, and we can bring some paranormal and some fun to those who are interested in that world.
So, as you know, I've been involved in regional politics for many, many years, and my observation is that if you're from the north of Niagara, you aren't really fully understanding of what lies south of the Welland River. And so Fort Erie, in many respects, is a hidden gem. We've been working as a council for the last decade, and probably before that, to try to make this a community that is welcoming, is safe for children, is a place where you can prosper and can live comfortably. And so we've been successful to the extent where we've got a lot of newcomers into the area, and as that occurs, the word spreads. We've got a lot of new businesses. Since the pandemic started, we're well over 100 new businesses in town. It was a hidden gem. It still is to some extent. Housing is as affordable here as any place else in the region. We've got great schools. We've got a lot of parks. We've been spending a lot of money on parks because that's what people enjoy. We want to make sure that children have opportunities for recreation. And so all of those things combined, our proximity to nature, the natural heritage areas that we protect, the lake, the river. You put it all into a package, and we've got some really good business areas. We've got Crystal Beach, we've got Ridgeway, we've got downtown Bridgeburg, we've got the Garrison Road Strip. There's some businesses in Stevensville. So it's a wonderful package. It's very diverse, and it provides a lot of variety for people that want to visit, or in many cases, people who end up moving here.
In Ridgeway, you're watching The Source on your TV.